Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, OCHAREO. In this video, we're going to talk about the Odun, Odibara Maferefun Elegua, Odibara Shango, Olofi, Yemaya, and Orishaoko. If this is the Odun that you are not supposed to argue with anyone, don't keep remorse in your life because it goes to work against you. In one point of your life, you need to resist Elegua of two faces. Because in this Odun, the peonia plan, they go argue between them because they didn't know if they're going to be red or black. So in the town, everyone hate them because always they will argue about that. Shango, that he was living in the forest, he take notice of that and he talked with them, but they continue arguing and creating problems around. So one day he decided to take all of them and he put inside the widow. So even though he put them inside, they continue arguing between them. And in this moment, he created the ashere that later all the richer love this instrument that is the maraca that we have actually. So in this Odun, if you have this Odun, it's important that you use the eleke of peonia. But when this eleke break in any place that you are living in there, and then try to get a new one and put it. This is the reason that you are supposed to make plan about everything. Don't argue with people. Try to relax yourself. Try to control your character because Odibara is the Odun that always the person want to argue with someone because here is with the araye were born. So try to avoid the araye. No dress in black or red. So for you, it's better to dress in light colors. This is the person that have Odibara are supposed to do. In this Odun talk about the marriage, because here the men just use the women when they want, and the women they raise the kid by themselves. They was working so hard in their life to keep their family alive, and the men continue doing that for a lot of time. But one day they decide to use them at any moment that they want. But they went for divination, and the diviner recommend the men to do the above. But they refused to that because they said, we win this battle against the women without any problem because they feel strong. But the women that noticed that, they went for divination too, and the divination, they recommended to do the above. And they did the above with everything that Orunmila recommend. So the day that the men decide to attack the women, when they were close to the town, it start to rain so hard. They feel cold. So they ran to the houses of the women and start to knock the door and look for help, look for shelter. And then the women open the door and they stay there that night. The next morning, Olofi came to the earth and he told Elegua, every single man that is in the house of the women had to get married with them. That's why this Odun talk about marriage. And all of them went outside, and Olofi told them put in units and give them 2 pigeons and told them kiss these white pigeons, and they kissed it. And then after that, they took this pigeon and give it to Obatala in order that Obatala seal this commitment between them. And Olofi said from this moment, every single man that has the relationship with the women and have the kid, they are supposed to raise their family together. They are supposed to be together. Because of that, is that when you have Odibara in your ita, for example, sometimes when there are problems, you need to have 2 white pigeons in your house and feed them. This is one of the bosses that this odun have. And one day, when you decide these 2 white pigeons, you give it to Obatala, because this is something good in this odun. This odun talk also about the mother, because here Shango, he was so hungry and he didn't have anything to eat, and he asked Yemaya for food. So the only one that had a great plantation of Nyang was Ogun. So they decided to go to the Ogun farm and took the Nyangs, but Shango couldn't reach them. So Yemaya put him in her shoulders and he took the Nyangs. And in this way, he had the possibility to eat. What happened that the next day, everyone started to look for the thief that took the Nyangs of Ogun. But they discovered the prints of Yemaya's feet. But Yemaya said, I didn't touch that Nyang. And then later, they found Shango. And Shango said the same thing. My handprint is there, but not my feet. So even though they noticed that was Yemaya Shango, they couldn't accuse both of them. That's why the mother is so important in this odun. This odun taught you when Shango was a king, and he, after a lot of battles that he had in his life, he had a great kingdom. But he forgot about Yemaya. Yemaya that started to look for her son. One day she arrived to a beautiful palace, but the soldiers didn't allow her to get in. So she stayed next to the door and she fell asleep over there. The next day when Shango, he went to be outside the palace, he saw his mother. So what this odun is telling us, that no matter the position that we have in our life, we need to take care of our mother. That if your mother is in a crown, for example, or she needs to receive any richer, and you have the possibility to help your mother, do it, because it will be blessings for you. In this letter, the birds didn't have wings, so the tigers always eat all of them. And also they went for divination, and Orumila didn't vote to them, but recommend them to be in their houses for 9 days. So they did that, and after that they saw that the wings show up in their bodies. So the tiger that was outside waited for them. When they leave the house, they start to fly. So he couldn't get any of them. Because of that, it's important, if you have this odun, that sometimes you have in your house a birds, 2 or 3 of them, or pigeons, for example, and then after 1 month or 2 months, you leave them fly alive. That is the great abode that you can do. Or you can clean with the 2 pigeons, for example, and leave them down fly. This is good because you are doing one of the bosses of this odun. Olofi, he want to have a son. So he had for the miracle of Olodumare Shango. But he didn't can raise him. So he gave Shango to Dada. And Dada raised Shango, and she taught him every single thing that he needs to know to survive in life. Olofi is 6 months. He came to the earth and provide Dada with everything that she needs to raise Shango. But one day, Shango, when he was a young man, he decided to go around the world. So when Olofi came to Dada house, he didn't saw Shango. So he asked Dada and she didn't know either. So he got desperate about that, and he started to look for Shango around the town, and he couldn't find him. So he went for divination, and he put a big announcement that anyone that provide him with information about Shango, he goes to reward this person. Orishaoko, that was working in his farm, he listened the voice that came from the ground, and this voice at some moment became a man, and he said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am Shango." But later he became in the stone. So Orishaoko took that stone and put in his pocket and continued working. Later he decided to go to the town, and he saw that sign that Olofi go to reward someone that give him the information about Shango. So he went to see Olofi, and he told Olofi, "I found this stone that is also the man, it's the magic stone." And automatically Olofi said, "This is my son, Shango," and took the stone that is the Odibara and reward Orishaoko. And Olofi said, "You will be the king of the agriculture, and everyone has to pay homage to you because you go to provide the community with food." This is the reason that when we are in the ceremony of Shango, always we need the Odibara for in this ceremony. And also you receive Orishaoko, and later when you go to before Orishaoko, you need to put the lightning stone to Orishaoko to reform him too. And you see that the clay that Orishaoko has the lines of red and white, because this is to honor Shango. This is the odun that every single year we are supposed to feed the ground to pay homage to Orishaoko. In case that you don't have Orishaoko, receive it, because this odun is telling you that always he go to put food in your table for you and your family. Thank you all of you for watching. Here you are, another video to continue improving your knowledge about this religion. Leave your comment below about this odun, a like, subscribe to the channel to always receive notification about new videos, live stream, interviews and music, health, faith and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. Ochareo, Ada Che, Chenife Chocún, Chenife Maru, Chenife La Ocha.